On the shores of ancient Alexandria, a young queen stands poised at the edge of destiny. Cleopatra, born over 2,000 years ago, embodies beauty and intellect. She speaks many languages, but her life is one of peril and ambition. Can you imagine the weight of a crown resting on her head as she navigates a world? Cleopatra enters the world in 69 BC in the vibrant city of Alexandria. It is a place of towering architecture and bustling libraries where scholars and artists from across the globe converge. Her father, King Ptolemy XII, reigns, but the bloodline is Greek, ruling Egypt for nearly 300 years. Growing up, Cleopatra is surrounded by her siblings, caught in a web of royal tradition where marriages among family are common. This practice breeds conflict as ambition turns brothers against brothers and sisters against sisters, all vying for power. As a young girl, Cleopatra immerses herself in knowledge. Her thirst for learning drives her to master Greek and Egyptian, a rarity among her kin. While others dismiss the Egyptian tongue, she embraces it, yearning to connect with her people and win their affection. Cleopatra's studies expand beyond languages. She delves into science, mathematics, philosophy, and music, devouring every book in Alexandria's grand library. Her curiosity earns her a reputation as perhaps the brightest mind in the palace, but intelligence alone cannot save a crumbling nation. Egypt faces growing threats from Rome, a distant city rapidly expanding its grasp. Despite its wealth, Egypt's power wanes, and Cleopatra's father attempts to forge alliances with the Romans. When she turns 18, tragedy strikes. Cleopatra's father passes away in 51 BC, leaving her to share the throne with her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII. Only 10 years old, he is a mere puppet, but tradition dictates that they rule together. Cleopatra, however, at first, their joint reign appears stable, but Cleopatra's strength and wit overshadow her brother. She takes charge, engaging foreign visitors, managing finances, and asserting her authority. This begins to stir discord among her brother's advisors, who plot against her. For 3 years, the advisors undermine Cleopatra, branding her a threat to tradition and slowly turning public opinion against her. In a cruel twist of fate, they force her to flee Egypt, leaving her kingdom behind and escaping to Syria. Yet Cleopatra refuses to surrender to despair. In the shadows of exile, she forges a plan, seeking alliances, gathering soldiers, and preparing to reclaim her throne. Her determination burns bright. Meanwhile, a Roman general, Julius Caesar, arrives in Egypt, pursuing his enemy, Pompey. Unbeknownst to him, Pompey seeks refuge in Alexandria, only to be betrayed and killed by Ptolemy's advisors. When Caesar learns of Pompey's death, he is outraged, setting the stage for a fateful encounter. Cleopatra learns of Caesar's presence and knows this is her opportunity. She must meet him, but Alexandria's gates are barred to her. With cunning, she devises a clever plan, utilizing stealth to one night, a small boat approaches the palace. A man bearing a gift, a large carpet. The guards allow him entry, and as he unfurls the carpet, Cleopatra emerges, a vision of bravery hidden within. It is a dramatic entrance that leaves Caesar both surprised and captivated. As they converse, Cleopatra speaks Latin fluently, impressing Caesar with her charm and intelligence. She lays bare Egypt's troubles, painting her brother's advisors as obstacles to peace. A bond forms between them, age and status melting away in the warmth. Caesar, aged 52, agrees to support Cleopatra's claim to the throne, but her brother's advisors resist. A war ignites, trapping Caesar and Cleopatra within the palace. The Egyptian army lays siege, and chaos erupts as flames engulf the harbor, possibly consuming the great library of Alexandria. Months of conflict ensue, tension crackling in the air. Just as hope dwindles, reinforcements from Rome arrive, turning the tide. Ptolemy XIII attempts to flee, but perishes in the Nile's depths, surrendering the throne to Cleopatra. With her kingdom reclaimed, Cleopatra and Caesar's relationship deepens. They sail the Nile, visiting the pyramids, sharing dreams, and soon Cleopatra discovers she is with child, their son, whom she names Caesarion. Cleopatra travels to Rome, seeking acceptance and respect among its citizens, residing in Caesar's villa. But tides turn swiftly. Jealousy brews among Romans uneasy with Cleopatra's presence, and Caesar's. In 44 BC, tragedy strikes. Julius Caesar is assassinated by a group of senators, thrusting Rome into chaos. Cleopatra, still in the city, feels the ground shake beneath her, fearing for her life and her son's future. In the aftermath of Caesar's death, Rome spirals into conflict. Mark Antony, Caesar's ally, rises to power alongside Octavian, defeating those responsible for Caesar's murder. Their division of the empire sets the stage for Cleopatra needing resources for his campaigns. Antony seeks Cleopatra in Tarsus. She arrives aboard a magnificent ship, adorned in finery, enchanting him once more. Their bond rekindles, fueled by necessity and passion. As they fall into a world, as they grow closer, Cleopatra bears 3 children with Antony. Yet, in Rome, Octavian stirs resentment, casting Cleopatra as a seductress wielding dangerous influence over Antony. The seeds of discord blossom. The year 31 BC brings a climactic battle at Actium. Ships clash in a tumultuous sea, but as defeat looms, Cleopatra's fleet turns, retreating into the distance. Antony, torn between loyalty and love, follows her, leaving his men vulnerable to back in Egypt. They brace for Octavian's advance, but allies remain elusive. The tide of war shifts against them, and desperation fills their hearts. 1 year later, Octavian's forces invade, and in the chaos, rumors of Cleopatra's in a moment of despair, he takes his own life, believing Cleopatra lost. But the truth remains hidden. Cleopatra lives on. Her servants carry the dying Mark Antony to her, his breath shallow, his body broken. In her arms, he slips away, leaving Cleopatra alone in a world that has turned against her. The news arrives swiftly. Octavian has captured her. He approaches with a veneer of politeness. Yet she knows she is merely a prisoner in his game. Cleopatra's heart races with dread. She envisions the humiliation awaiting her in Rome, a grand parade where she would be displayed for all to see, stripped of her dignity. For a queen, this is the ultimate betrayal. On August 12th, in the year 30 BC, Cleopatra makes her choice. At just 39 years old, she embraces her fate. Whispers swirl around her death. Some say she was bitten by a snake. Others claim poison. Yet the truth remains elusive. What is clear is her resolve. Cleopatra does not allow Octavian to dictate her end. With her demise, Egypt's independence fades into history. Octavian seizes the land, transforming it into a province of the Roman Empire. As Egypt falls under Roman rule, it becomes part of a tapestry of empires, never to reclaim its sovereignty for centuries. Cleopatra's tale, over 2 millennia old, endures. Why does her story resonate? Because she defied the norms of her time. A woman navigating a realm dominated by men. She wielded her intellect as fiercely as any sword. Fluent in many languages, she immersed herself in science and philosophy, proving that beauty is not the sole currency of power. Her choices were not without error. Some believed her in a perilous era. Cleopatra fought valiantly for the freedom of her nation. She nearly succeeded, exemplifying that intelligence is a formidable weapon. Her legacy teaches us that the pursuit of knowledge can reshape destinies. Each language learned, each book studied, holds the promise of empowerment. Her courage shines through the ages, reminding us that bravery is essential, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Imperfection is a shared human trait. Still, today, as we embark on our own journeys of learning, we echo Cleopatra's quest for understanding. Each new word we master opens doors. Each story we engage with deepens our grasp of the world. Like her, we strive to connect with others, to bridge divides through language. The journey of knowledge is a tapestry woven with perseverance, each thread representing a small victory in our lives. As we reflect on Cleopatra's remarkable journey, let it inspire us to embrace our learning paths with enthusiasm. Our pursuit of understanding is a noble one, and each step we take is a testament to our resolve. Thank you for joining in this exploration of history. May it empower your own journey of discovery, reminding you that every effort in learning